Next thing, failing to plan is planning to fail. So how do you make all this work? We're all busy, right? All of us, every single one of us. Whether you have kids, you don't have kids, you got a job, you don't have a job, you're busy. We're all busy. So the key, really we ought to get Ashley to talk about this piece because they're busy. But the key here is planning. The ideal situation is you plan out your week's worth of meals. So if you're me, you already know what breakfast is going to be every day. That whole process of cooking the breakfast, clean up, takes about 30 minutes. Call it 45 if you want to, but that's about the amount of time it takes in the morning to get off to a great start. So that piece is easy. If you're someone who likes to cook, here's what we like to do. We like to plan the meals for the upcoming week on Saturday. We will cook and prepare as much as we can on Sunday. So that could entail grilling 6 chicken breasts at one time. They go into the refrigerator. Everybody doesn't love leftovers, so to speak. You kind of need to get over it. You know, I hate to say it, but you got to sacrifice something somewhere. So it could be cooking the 6 chicken breasts. It could be washing lettuce. You can chop peppers. You can chop tomatoes, put them in Tupperware, put them in the fridge. There's a million ways to do it. But if you don't plan, you will probably fail. Because if you wait until, hey, I'm hungry, and now I need to prepare something, you're probably going to make bad choices. So that's when we get into a scenario called good, better, best. So if you plan, you can get into that best scenario where I've got something healthy that came from a natural source that's prepared the right way. That's the best scenario. If not, then you're going to gear it down and you're going to get caught out somewhere. So the next question is, what do you do when you did fail to plan? What do? You travel for work and you can't make meals to bring with you. How do you make that work? For the same amount of time that you'll go through the drive-thru at McDonald's, you can run into Publix. They make these whole roasted chickens. I have eaten one of those in one setting, by the way, before the whole thing. But you can get that, and you can get like 3 meals out of that because you grab that, run out the door, or you grab that, you grab these pre-made containers of spinach that they have, you grab a tomato, and literally, boom, you got a big old salad with a big old piece of chicken. That took like 10 minutes. You know, so that is your go-to. That's your go-to fast food. Publix also has these pre-made salads that are actually very good, and a couple of them that they make up on an everyday basis are actually pretty good for you. They have bacon, they have an entire egg, they have turkey or ham on them. Granted, again, good, better, best. It's a store-bought deli meat, but it's better than a Whopper.
What about dressing for these salads?
I'm going to be honest with you. I treat dressing like a cheat. I eat dressing. Because I'm like you, I ain't eating that sucker dry. I won't ever get it down.
What do you suggest though, if you want to
Olive oil and balsamic vinegar.
Yeah, olive oil, balsamic vinegar. Again, I treat it as a cheat. I use other stuff like ranch dressing.
Something without sugar.
Yeah, something without dressing, without sugar, like ranch dressing.
You can, hey, you can look up and you can make your own.
Okay. Yeah.
Ash and I, we made our own mayonnaise before.
Who
It's
tried
so
mayonnaise? You tried
It's
mayonnaise?
so easy.
So easy and it's so good.
Yeah.
You tried it? It was terrible?
Yeah, I mean, it was extra light olive oil, but it still tasted too much like I have to find a different grill.
Yeah, but experiment with it.
Yeah.
Just so you know, it took us 2 batches. We had to do it twice.
Yeah. So here's the thing. What I was talking about earlier, I think this is probably a decent time to get to it. Yeah, because we're wrapping up. What I said earlier about let this be something that drives you out. The information's out there and it doesn't cost you a dime. There's this really cool thing that I found. It's called Google. I don't know if y'all have seen this, right? But no kidding. You can, now you can go purchase paleo books. You can look for websites. There's free websites everywhere. And so you say, you could plug, somebody do it with your phone. Put into Google, paleo ranch dressing. I promise you, somebody has already figured it out. Now, does it take some time and some trouble? Yes. But again, you gotta sacrifice somewhere. When we talk about, I mean, what do we do here in this place, right? We come here to get healthy or to get fit. The reality is, don't choke me for saying this because you believe it like I do. The exercise is a less percentage part of it than eating properly. It just is. And I know as a fitness coach, as a strength coach, conditioning coach, I know if you've been coming in here for about 3 months, I'm fired up. If you've been coming in here for 3 months, for 3 days a week, and you're busting your butt, and I can see it, and I know. Y'all know I know. I can tell, right? Can I not? I'll sniff you out like that. We. If you're not eating right, we know. Because we look at you, and there's no glamorous change in 3 months' time, and you're busting your tail in here, we know it's food. I know. He knows. So, but my point in saying that is, the food is the bigger piece of it even. The food will make you move better in here. It will make you stronger. When you get stronger, you'll perform better out there.
It'll make you recover.
It'll make you recover better. It'll make you sleep better. But it's food. We use the exercise as a part of the way to get you there. And realize, talking about food doesn't keep the lights on around here, right? So we're giving you something for nothing here, as far as pleading with you to take some of this and incorporate it, or take some of this and learn more about what's going to work for you.
We really don't talk a lot about food here.
We can't. There's no time. 60 minutes, we got you.
Right.
For 3 times a week, we're going to bust your butt in here. And
it's more of like, hey, are you eating enough? When we see people a lot, 3 or 4 times a week, we're like, are you eating enough? Okay, because that is, especially the ladies, have a tendency to not eat enough. They're like, oh, I had a Tic Tac this morning, and then I had a rice cake. Boy, I was so full. You need to eat like an athlete when you come here. So, and when we do these things, this is where we kind of like full court press you and say, get your crap together. This is where the good things are going to happen.
Let me say this. Just he and I are not genetic freaks. Okay, he is a little bit because he's a Division I football player, right? They're big time, But we're not genetic freaks. He has not looked that way his entire life. There was a picture on the wall at the fire station for years. I can tell you, he didn't always look like this. This is food, and this is some work. He's about to be 40 years old. I'm about to be 42. All right? And I used to be drunk, and I used to have this inner tube, and I couldn't move, and I had a broken back, and I had jacked up hips, and I couldn't do squat. I couldn't have whipped, a 10-year-old kid. But, thanks to him showing me the way, it all changed, right? It started with the exercise. It started with stealing exercises from him. Then I just went to him and I asked him. It started with that, and then learning to eat. It turns you right back into an athlete all over again. Don't assume because you're getting older you got to get fat and you got to feel bad. It's bullcrap. It's absolute bullcrap. Listen, Father Time's going to get me. I'm going to fight it all the way. But you got to do it. You got to do it at home. You got to do it every day. You got to do it with the food.
It's the 23 to 1. 23 to 1. You're here for 1 hour a day, so not every day. What you do in that other 23 hours a day is a lot more important than what you do here. You cannot out-train a bad diet.
I tried it for years. For years.
You cannot out-train a bad diet. So whether you do CrossFit, or whether you're a distance runner, or whether you're a bodybuilder, if you eat like crap, you will be crap. Garbage in, garbage out.
I've done a lot of research, and I would say if you're just starting out and you really want something that has lots of science, and this is the book. This is the one to start with right here. It's called It Starts With Food, and it's a great resource. It's got a few recipes. If you're a foodie person, I would suggest Well-Fed books. If you're like a planner, if you want a detailed, I would suggest the Sugar Detox or Practical Paleo. Like I said, these are like,
These two help you plan a whole week at a time.
that's for adventurous, like I said, foodie people. If you really want to eat something that tastes really great and you want to know how to do it, these books right here are the ones. And like I said, if you're more of a super planner, these are the books for you. These have laid out resources and they also have autoimmune protocol. If you have something special that you're looking to eliminate, like nightshades or something like that, then these are the ones. And there's like serious science in both of these books as well. These are heavy reads to me. Well-Fed is, like I said, if you're more adventurous and you just want to cook something, read these books.
Nightshades are code for tomatoes and peppers.
like peppers.
And like black pepper. This is the first one we ever bought. And it has
They all have coffee, food.
there's like pages are falling out. We would go through the grocery store with this thing pulled up and wrapped around, and had a kid here, and we're like, wild salmon salad. Okay, that's all 3. Okay, you gotta kind of do what's gonna help you. You gotta find a plan. Some fantastic. My son's favorite recipes come out of here. My son's. So there's a buttered chicken that's in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
15-year-olds like that.
yeah.
And our kids eat like all the, it's what you got to make some decisions, be the grown-up and be the grown-up for yourself too. Kick yourself in the butt, make a decision, stick to it.
There was a time when I first got into this and I was still cutting weight, and I was weighing my food. It was the whole CrossFit zone. And I had 5 ounces of this and 3 almonds, and I was just like, man, just eat real food. Just eat the best food you can afford, okay? And eat till you get hungry, okay? And then, or what is it? Sleep till you get hungry, and then sleep till you get hungry, and then eat till you get sleepy. Okay? Just eat real food. That's the main thing. Whatever you learn from here today, whether it's grain and fat, and protein, and all that nonsense, just eat real food. When you go to the grocery, go around the outside. Don't go down the aisles. There's nothing worth eating down the aisles.